Hey, how is it going, guys? Yaniv here, and welcome back to another video. If you guys don't know who I am, like I said, my name is Yaniv. I've been selling on Amazon for almost a year and a half now. I'm a multiple six-figure Amazon FBA seller, and today we're going to talk about Facebook advertisement. If you guys don't know Facebook ads, or if you guys are not familiar with it, it's basically one of the most powerful tools that we as entrepreneurs have out there. Facebook is almost so, the data that you have is almost so sketchy that it kind of scares you, but we're going to use it for our advantage. Today's method is going to be a little bit, it's a beginner to intermediate level Facebook advertising. And the reason we're talking about Facebook ads today is because I posted in my advanced Amazon FBA Facebook group, the free group for all Amazon FBA sellers, what you guys wanted to see. And the overwhelming response was you guys wanted to see videos about Facebook ads, which was pretty surprising to me, but we'll get into that in just a second. If you guys haven't joined it, first link in the description, check it out. I'm in there quite often helping people out. Now I want to get to the step-by-step process how you're going to create your ads, how you're going to find which markets are going to be profitable, and how to overall figure all that stuff out that might seem very complicated. Now there's going to be a lot going on, and you guys are going to get a little overwhelmed, but please stick around because there's two options here. There's two options that you can do. Okay, like I said, this is a very powerful and very important subject to learn. Either you can stick around here with me and I'm going to show you guys literally exactly how to do it, and you're going to learn once and forever how to get it done. Or you can back out and kind of just put this aside and pretend like this is not a thing that you need to learn eventually. So let's just double down on this and just stick around, okay? So before we do get into this, I want to explain a few things. This is the Facebook Ads Manager. I'm not going to show you guys how to create a Facebook ads account. It's fairly simple. Just type it on Google and then you'll start, just do it, okay? It's very simple. Also, you're going to want to create a social media page for, let's say, your product. So let's say in this case, let's do camping hammock. Okay, I'm going to find one on Amazon. So let's say we're going to do this camping hammock. Okay, let's say we're going to advertise this one. Let's just do the blue one. Okay, so basically this is a Winter Outfitters. I guess that's the brand name. So what you want to do is create a social media page called Winter Outfitters or whatever, and then you want to have some posts in there because you want to make it seem like it's a real page and not just a page for advertisement. Get some pictures, put some branding on there, and that's going to be pretty much good to go. So once you've done that, that's good enough. Let me explain to you these three things right here, okay? There's campaign, which is where you pick what your objectives are, and I'll go over the objectives in just a little bit. There are a lot of them, okay? But there's only one important one that we're going to talk about. There's ad sets. Basically, an ad set is just where you decide which demographic you're going to choose. So are we going to advertise to the US? Are we going to advertise to certain locations in the US? So this is where you pick your demographics and your audience. So basically who's going to see the advertisement, okay? And then the ad is actually just the format of the advertisement and the actual advertisement that these people are going to see. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. We're going to go over it again in a little bit. Don't get freaked out, okay? Now, let's talk about, basically what our main goal for our campaign is. We're going to do traffic just for now. You can play around with a lot of these things, but that gets into the more advanced stuff, but we're just going to do a little bit of a, basic, right? Before we do get into this though, okay, you want to know which, places to target. You want to know which, people are going to be likely to buy your product, right? And there's a very simple way to do this. It's also using Facebook. Facebook has a thing called Audience Insights. Basically, once you have your ad account, you just click right here. You have an Audience Insights right there, okay? And that's how you get to it. And then also, if you want to create an ad, you just go in here and you're going to get to this page, okay? That's how you get there. Anyways, hopefully you guys are still following me. Now, what we want to do here this is just all the demographics. So you're going to see the demographics of just general people on Facebook because we haven't put anything in yet. There's going to show you the page likes, the locations, everything like that. So since we are trying to create an ad for a camping hammock, the first thing you want to do is you want to check their interests. So someone who would be interested in a camping hammock. So let's just type in, the first thing we're going to do is just type in camping hammock, okay? And let's see what we get here. Now, basically what this is going to show us is it's going to show us the people who are interested in camping hammock, what pages they like. Okay, so because we're on page like, so people who are interested in camping hammocks are also interested in top categories, so recreational and sports websites, shopping, retail, all this kind of stuff. So they're interested in the cleverhiker.com and the Trek Appalachian Trail. Okay, they're interested in hyperlight mountain gear. I guess these are all like outdoor equipment stores and stuff like that. Okay. Basically, this is what people are interested in. You can also click on demographics, and you can see what the demographic is for people who are interested in camping hammocks. So it's 66% male, 34% female, and you can see here, the age ranges of which, the most people are in that are interested in camping hammock. I hope this makes sense. Also, you can check locations of people, where are they the most interested, because maybe people in like New York City are probably not the most interested in camping hammocks. But maybe if you're in like, some place where there's a lot of like wilderness and forests and stuff like that, like let's say Salt Lake or Portland, Oregon or whatever, right? People might be more interested in going camping and doing that kind of stuff. Now, another thing you can do is you can play around with this, right? So you can do camping hammock. You can also do, so you can close that. You can also do like camping, right? You can check camping out just as a more broad thing. And then you can check out, people who are interested in camping, what are their page like? So it's a little bit different, Bass Pro and Under Armour and stuff like that. You can also see their demographics. You can see their location, like I showed you, right? So you want to play around with this and find, different kind of things that might be related to your product, right? What else could we do? We can do outdoors. So outdoor recreation, we can try that, right? That's as an interest. You can check their page likes. Again, Bass Pro Shops seems to be a recurring trend, for example. But for this, video, we're just gonna do camping hammock as the most we're not gonna get too into it. You can play around with this and figure it out that way, okay? So that's something that looks interesting to us. So let's go back to the ads manager. You play around with this, you find interest, and I'll show you guys where to input these actual demographics into your ad, okay? So let's go back to the advertisement. Now we're in the advertisement. Like I said, we're gonna pick traffic. You can change your campaign name to, let's say, camping hammock. Keep these organized, okay? Camping hammock advertisement. Okay, so do that, and then don't play around with any of these. Just press continue. Now this is where the good stuff happens. So that was the campaign. Now we're in the ad sets. Okay, the first thing you want to do is you want to check. In this place, you just click on website. We want to drive traffic to a website, aka we want to drive traffic either to Amazon or to our landing page. In this case, I'm going to just show you traffic to Amazon. So don't touch any of this stuff. So don't touch custom audiences for now. That's a little bit more advanced. Let's do for location, right? Let's just cross over the United States for now. You want to go back and see where exactly people are going to be located. So let's say if we did camping hammocks like we did here, where they're going to be located. Like I said, you don't want to really do stuff like New York City, like downtown New York, because probably a majority of people won't be interested in camping. Just logically, or they won't be interested in buying your camping hammock. So you want to do stuff like this. Let's do Salt Lake City, Utah. Salt Lake City, DMA city. Okay, so DMA is just like the demo. Where was it? There you go. So you want to get the DMAs. DMAs is just like the region, the big region. Basically, just target the DMAs. Okay, Salt Lake City DMA. Where were we here? Portland, Oregon, United States. Some of them, like Portland, won't have a DMA, so just do a circle around it. It's a radius. That should be enough. You can even increase it a little bit if you want to, let's go like 35, 40. Okay, so that should be good. And then just go in here and just go through all of these and try to get DMAs if you can. If you can't, just use whatever you can find there, right? So we want to target specific locations. Now, age, okay? So age, usually depending on, if there's a huge, like a big spike in one of these, you can pick a certain age range, but this kind of seems like it's fairly, we could do though, you could do like, let's say 24 or 25 until like, I would say 54. Because these are where your biggest, clients are going to be, or your biggest customers. So let's just do that. So we said 25 to, what did we say, like 50? 54? I don't remember what it was. Yeah, okay, so let's do that. And that's where we get 75% of basically the population that are interested in this. And that does make sense, obviously. We're going to do all, even though I think men are more likely, 66%. We're just going to do all. You can click men if you want to. This is where you would, kind of play around with stuff. So this is where you'd have different audiences that you test out. Maybe, have a campaign just for men, have one just for women. That's where you can send them different advertisement, more related to women and more related to men. You got to play around with this stuff, okay? So languages, I usually going to keep that blank. A lot of people say put English, but just leave it blank. Don't start playing with that stuff. So this is where you're gonna add the demographics that we found in Audience Insights. Sometimes if there's small like things like Facebook doesn't really know everything, right? Which is, contrary to popular belief. So sometimes you want to go in here, right? Let's say if you try these and you can't really find many of them, you go to let's say just something more broad like camping, right? And when you go to camping, you'll have a little bit more broad stuff. No, not but camping. Camping. You have some broad stuff like Bass Pro Shops. So you come in here and you type in Bass Pro Shops, okay? So make sure that you're looking at interests, not employers, because you don't want to target people who are employed by Bass Pro Shops, right? You wanna do like people who are interested in Bass Pro Shops. So you do Bass Pro Shops, then you go back and maybe you do Cabela's, okay? Cabela's, I think that's another like store. Yeah, interested in Cabela's. Then what else is there? Just go in here and Under Armour, stuff like that, or just go in here and look around and play around with the different things. Find out, where your customers are. Also, you're obviously gonna have to play around with this, but that's one thing, that's a great thing to be able to know who to target. Now, also, you can narrow your audience. So you can do like people who are interested in this. Let's just do camping also, okay? People who are interested in camping, and then maybe camping hammock. Okay, so there's people who are interested in camping hammocks too. And then also you can do people who are like, or you can take camping hammocks actually out of here. So for example, you can do it like this. So people who are interested in Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, camping. So basically in this section, people have to match one of the following. So they have to like one of the following, not all three, but just one. If someone is interested in one of these three, you're going to advertise to them. But as you can see over here, our potential reach is about 680,000. So that's actually a lot of people. So what you can do is, like I said, you can narrow your audience to people who are interested in one of these things, but are also interested in one of these ones. So here you can do, camping hammock. Okay? And then so people are going to be either, interested in Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, and camping, but have to also be interested in camping hammocks. And as you can see, we're only down to 1,400 people now. So that's actually a very low amount. So you want to come in here and you want to start increasing your interests so that there's more people to advertise to. So now there's still 1,400. So you just come back in here and start adding a lot of different stuff here, add a bunch of these, and then it'll do people who are interested in this stuff, right? But are also interested in camping hammocks. Another thing you can do, right, is we can do like this, right? We can add camping hammocks here, camping hammock. And this is a little bit of a more advanced thing. You can actually do behaviors also. So people who are interested in or who have bought something online in the past 30 days. So you can come in here and you can do stuff kind of crazy. This is the beauty of Facebook. You can come in here and you can also do like behaviors. So you can go to behaviors and you can look at like, where is it? So you can try to find purchase behaviors. There it is. And then you can find engaged shoppers. So people who are, so it says people who have clicked on the call to action button, shop now in the past week. So people who are actually clicking on the shop now buttons, you can do everyone who's interested in this stuff, but also people who are only engaged shoppers. Okay, so that's really, really cool. So that means that they're actually clicking on the links and maybe potentially buying stuff. So this engaged shoppers is a very, very powerful tool. You can play around with, what you want to add here and what you want to, narrow it down to, because you don't want to have too many people. This is too many people now, right? But you just play around with it. You probably want to have between 10 and 30,000 people. Again, that's not 10 to 30,000 people potential reach. Again, that's not like a black and white. You can play around with more. It's a lot of testing you guys have to do. And, it also depends on market to market. So that's that for the placements, or rather for the detailed targeting. Now onto the placements of the ad. This is very, very important. So pay attention to this one, okay? We want to always edit placements. We do not want to do automatic placements, even though they recommend it. That's not what we're looking for, okay? I took an SMA social media marketing agency course it was like a year and a half ago probably, and I learned some stuff there. So basically what you want to do is you want to only keep it on feeds. Instant articles, take it away, right column, take it away, and marketplace, take it away, and stories. Okay, so leave it on the feeds. This is what I found to be the most profitable thing. Instagram, I don't really advertise, Amazon stuff on Instagram. It didn't work out well for me. Audience networks, don't do those. Audience networks are very low cost, like in terms of like when people click on it, on your advertisement, it's gonna be a very low bid, but it's not worth it because, a lot of the time it's not real clicks and stuff like that. So I don't like to do those, okay? Now, specific mobile devices, operating systems, leave that the way it is. Okay, so we had all that, right? Keep going here. Daily budget, okay, they're gonna ask you for $20. I would say make like 3 or 4 different ads. Put like $5 on each of them. So I mean, play around with the demographics here, right? Try this one, then switch it up, try another one, and have just a bunch of different ad sets. Put $5 a day on each of them and see which ones start to convert well, right? You don't want to put this one, put $20 on it because it might not convert very well. And by convert, I mean people actually buying the product. So daily budget, let's do $5 for now. Run continuously. That's what I usually do, and you can stop it yourself later. Optimization for ad delivery. So we're not going to touch that for a sec. We're going to do link clicks. Link clicks, yep, that's the one we want. So they're going to try to get people to click your link. When you get charged, you don't want impressions if you can. You want to do link clicks, okay? So you only get charged anytime someone actually clicks on clicks on the button to go to Amazon, right? So you don't want to pay for people who are gonna just look at your ad and never, not actually click on it. The beauty of, cost per click is that you're only being charged once someone, goes through and sees your actual product. So that's good. Don't touch anything here. This is more advanced stuff. So delivery type, yeah, let's not touch that. So continue here. Okay, now that you got that, you press continue. And this is when we get to this page, okay? Now that we're here, make sure that you name your ad, okay? You're gonna have a bunch of different ads, so make sure that you name it properly, keep it organized, okay? Don't just leave it like this, okay? This is gonna be bad. Once you have a lot of ads coming in, you wanna know which one is which. So definitely name those well. Now, what you're gonna wanna do here is just make sure that you have the proper Facebook page. So if you're doing, let's say, like was said here, Winner Outfitters, okay? You want to have Winner Outfitters as the page being selected here. Instagram placements, we're not doing. You can do single image, that works really well. One tip that I also learned from that social media marketing agency course was that it's good to use an existing post, so posting it on your actual social media page and then using that as your advertisement. You can do that if you want, you don't have to. That's just a tip for you guys. Okay, so now we're here. Basically, it's going to be in carousel. When you start, you want to go to single image ad for your Amazon product. You want to then come down here and put in the website URL. So go in here, copy the website, come back, and it's going to do this for you, okay? So your product is going to show up just like this. In the ad, it's going to say camping hammocks to choose from on Amazon, okay? I don't know how it chooses that, but it does. You can change the text if you want to, kind of play around with it. Again, this is something you want to play around with the ads, have a few different ads with a different text on it, whatever, right, to check which ones are actually converting for you. Headline, that's the Winner Outfitters right here, so you can also edit that stuff. You just have to play around with it. In terms of the call to action, which is right over here, see how it says learn more, right? Learn more is the most converting, technically overall is the most converting, but because this is an actual advertisement to go and shop somewhere, you can do shop now, you can play around with these also and see what converts better in that case, right? This is Facebook is a lot about testing stuff and seeing what works and what doesn't. So that's that. So an advanced tactic, like I said before, is that you can actually send people, instead of to this URL, you can send them to a landing page where you're going to offer them, some sort of coupon code. So what you can do here is actually come here and change the picture. Okay, you can put your own picture here instead of the one on Amazon. You can make it look exactly the same, but then you can also add get a 25% off coupon. So when they click on learn more, it takes them to the landing page, and in the landing page is where they're gonna be able to put in their name and their email, and then you can email them a coupon code for 25%. So that way you have a sale, you have their email for future launches and future products that you can advertise to them. And if you have a big enough email list, you can also use that to advertise on actually Facebook, where you go to the ad sets, you can actually forget about all the ad sets and just put emails in there, and it's going to pick and only advertise to those emails. And it can also be used to actually create a lookalike audience. So let's say you have 1,000 emails or 5,000 emails that you've acquired over a certain amount of time. You can put them all into here, import them into Facebook, and then Facebook can go look at all of their what are the common things about all these people, all these 1,000 people that you have, and it's gonna make another 1,000 people that you can also advertise to. So it's gonna guess another 1,000 people that are very much related to the first 1,000 that you sent them. So there's a lot of powerful stuff in getting an email list. Like I said, it's a little bit more advanced tactic to actually use a landing page to collect emails, but it's very, very important in the future. But for now, like I said, if you want to just play around with Facebook ads and see what works and what doesn't, this is really awesome. People are just gonna see this ad, they're gonna click on learn more, and then or shop now. We can change it to shop now, and then it's gonna take them straight to the Amazon listing. And then if they choose to buy, they just come here, add to cart, and they buy it, and that way you have a sale. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like on the video, comment down below letting me know what you guys think of this. Is there anything that I missed? Is there anything else that you want to see? Let me know down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Lots of great stuff coming in the future, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.